Hi, welcome to my lab. This is another altimeter from Collins. The reference of this one is ALI80. On the front there is a knob which permits to set the reference pressure, but the digital value doesn't change. So either there is a mechanical problem inside, either this thing is set digitally. There is a test push button here. The altitude is displayed using this digital display and also with the needle here. This instrument was tested according to the sticker in 2007. On the rear of this instrument there is a sub-D 25 pins. I didn't find too many things about this instrument. I just found this small description. So what is interesting is the input. So the input of this instrument is a binary signal encoding with the Manchester. So the Manchester is a biphase signal actually. So this is something like that. This is a series of 1 and 0 of course. And the 0 is defined by a low level followed by a high level. And the high level bit starts with a high level and then a low level. First, let's open this thing to see what is inside. There are 2 screws on the rear panel, and also there are a few screws, actually 2 screws here. So let's start with these ones. Okay, it is very easy to remove the cover of this thing. Okay, so this thing is full of ICs, logic ICs. There are a lot of boards inside. So let's start with the mechanical stuff. Okay, so there is a servo control for the needle, as usual. So you can see the motor here. This is a DC motor. You have 2 wires. And there is also a multi-turn potentiometer here. This is the test button. We have this micro switch here which permits to activate the test, and then we have this knob which permits to set the reference pressure. And effectively it seems that there is no mechanical link between the knob and this digital display. As you can see, the digital display uses digital signals which are provided by these drivers here obviously. Actually, this knob permits the rotation of the potentiometer. I thought that this multi-turn potentiometer was used for the servo control loop. Actually, it is not the case. I don't know if you can see the rotation of the shaft of the potentiometer. You can see the gear which is rotating. So I cannot see the feedback of the servo control loop. Yeah, so probably the feedback is done using a digital feedback. So this is actually, okay, it is the case effectively. So there is a rotation of these 2 gears here. Yes, because you have effectively OPB 8028. So it seems that there are actually a detection of the movement of these gears. So the feedback is maybe used by counting the number of pulses. There should be a reference position, I don't know. So this part is used probably for the measurement of the feedback position. You can see that this part is connected to the optical sensors. And this is maybe a digital output.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Maybe on 14 bits. And we have another board here with 4021, I don't remember, so we have also 4050. There are 2 of them actually. These are X drivers and they are connected to this harness effectively. So these ICs permit to drive the coding wheel for the reference pressure, and these parts permit to drive the coding wheel of the altitude. Okay, so all these boards are actually interfaces, and we have on the rear of this instrument 5 boards, 6. I didn't see this one, so this one should be the power supply. So let's see these boards one by one. Okay, so let's see this first board. So this board is attached to the rear connector. So we have on this board some CMOS logic parts, 4006 here, 4022. This is 4053. This is an analog multiplexer. And we have a shift register, 4094. Two actually, and you have a very specific part. I don't know this one. This is a MM5212 from National. You have a few coils here. This is maybe the power supply input, I don't know. We check, and we have 8 identical transistors with some diodes. Transistors are 2N2222, and there is a resistor array here, 10K. So this board is not complicated. I think reverse engineering will be required. So this permits maybe to know the pinout of this connector, at least for the power supply, and maybe the input. So I think it will be difficult to make it work. I don't know exactly how the altitude is coded into the Manchester signal. This one is obviously the power supply board. So there are two boards actually, with some medium power transistors here in TO66. There is only one, and this seems to be a toroidal transformer. So this is probably a switched mode power supply. So from this board it can be possible to find the power supply input. It can be possible to remove this board anyway. Okay. We can see on this board we have two diodes here, another 4 diodes. So this seems to be a bridge rectifier. We have these two diodes connected together. I'm not sure. And we have two transistors, 2N3725. And on the other board we have a classic 723. So this one is probably used for the switched mode power supply, for the 5 volts probably, but I'm not sure. So this is a coil probably, which is used for the power supply, and the switching transistor maybe this one. So this one is the 2N3879. Okay, on this one we have several logic ICs. So we have a 54 series and also CMOS series on the bottom here. So this is 40, 45, 38 is a dual monostable. So this is a classic 4 NAND gate. So this is an inverting buffer X. We have 54 LS191, so this is a presetable counter. We have 3 of them, and we have LS08. So this is I think an AND gate, and this one I don't know. So the date code is 84 for this one, 84, and these parts are probably small ROM or something like that. Don't know if we can see the reference. Okay, I don't know this reference. 5301, date code 84. Now there are some bodges on this board, and this board also is full of logic ICs. So on this one we have logic ICs and the small analog circuit here with 2 op-amps, LM101, the second one as well, and there are some very particular ICs. And the last one. So in this one there are also standard IC parts. There is a dual flip-flop here, an analog multiplexer, 4022, I don't remember, 4070. I think this is an exclusive OR gate, 4015, and there is a 555, 4050. This is the next buffer, this one as well, and also two particular parts in ceramic package. These are R12518, and this one the same reference but with a different package. So the date code of this one is 80, and this one 82. And this was the teardown of this instrument. So next time I will try to do the reverse engineering of this input interface board, and I will try to power up this instrument. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.